Are you currently on a diet or now starting one and wondering about the foods you can eat to burn that belly fat? Well, you found the right video. Today, I'm going to be sharing 7 foods I like to incorporate while I'm dieting down. Now, before we get to them, I just want to mention something real quick. The foods that I'm going to share aren't magical or do anything special. At the end of the day, you still need to be in a caloric deficit in order to burn that belly fat. These foods are simply lower calorie options that offer a high amount of volume per serving. This can help you remain satiated throughout the day. And we all know if we can do that, we can stick to our diet regardless of which one we're following and get into shape. Alright, so now that we have that out the way, let's get into food number 1, which is cauliflower rice. Now y'all probably don't know this, but my family's from the Caribbean and we like to eat a lot of rice. For us, and for me especially, is a staple. The problem is, if you eat a lot like I do, the calories can add up really fast. Cauliflower rice is a great substitute, especially when you compare it to something like white rice. Now in a 100-gram serving of cauliflower rice, there's about 25 calories and 3 grams of carbs, versus 130 calories and 44 grams of carbs in your white rice. And just for reference, this is cooked weight. Now, does it taste 100% like rice? No, but it comes very close. In my opinion, I think it tastes really good, especially for what it is. Another good thing about cauliflower rice, you could literally have like 5 servings, get a ton of volume, and not use up a lot of your daily calories. This is gonna keep you nice and full too. Here in the United States, you can find them in places like Walmart, Sam's Club, or even Costco. And if you're outside of the US, be sure to check with your local supermarkets, as they're usually in the freezer aisles. In addition to cauliflower rice, another thing that I like to have is number 2, and that's low carb tortilla wraps. Depending on which one's available at the time, they usually tend to be between 50 to 75 calories. This is definitely one of my staple foods. I can't even tell you how many times this has saved me, especially when I didn't have a lot of calories left and I needed something to fit in. And sky's the limit when it comes to what you can use these wraps for. Now the one that I like to use is a 50-calorie spinach wrap, and it's actually pretty tasty. If you're wondering, I believe the brand is by Extreme Wellness. Hey everyone, if you're liking the video so far, be sure to show your boy some love by smashing that like button. Share this video with anyone you think that it'll help. Also, be sure to subscribe for more fitness related videos as I release weekly content. Alright, now on to number 3, which is a protein source, and if you haven't guessed it already, it's chicken breast. The reason why is because it's a lean source of protein, it has minimal fat and 0 carbs. There's about 25 grams of protein in a 4-ounce serving, and it's only 120 calories. And chicken breast is another one of those foods where you can prepare it in so many different ways. I usually cut them up, season them real well, and then put them into half-gallon Ziploc bags. And when I'm ready, I take them out the fridge, pop them in the air fryer, and boom, they're done in a few minutes, ready to eat. Number 4 is another protein source that I like to incorporate, and that's lean ground beef. Now I haven't had this in a while, but usually when I feel like having a burger or I just want more variety, I'll add this in. I'll make sure to get 93.7, which is 93% lean, 7% fat. I'll prepare it on a skillet with a lower calorie hamburger bun, or I'll just wrap it in lettuce. It's rare that I find something leaner in my area. I usually don't do anything under 90-10, because the fat content's too high for my needs. While we're here, I want to touch on something real quick. The protein sources that I tend to use, they won't be as tasty as the fattier versions. A trick here for the most flavor possible is to make sure that you're seasoning them real well and that you're not overcooking them. I mean, you could use the fattier versions if you want, but if you're trying to be more efficient with your calories, leaner is the best way to go. So next up on the list is eggs. Eggs is one of those foods that's packed with nutritional value. So whether you choose to go with whole eggs or egg whites, you can't go wrong. I like to scramble them up in some olive oil spray and have them in one of those low carb wraps I was telling you about. If you're trying to save calories or you don't have a lot of calories to work with, go with the egg whites. It eliminates all the fat content and you're pretty much left with nothing but protein. Now the great thing about either version is that there's literally 0 carbs, which means if you're following keto or you're doing low carb, this is perfect for you. I personally love eggs because there's so many ways you can prepare them, and come on, they're delicious. Let me know in the comments down below if you're using any of these foods I mentioned so far, and any particular ones that's been a game changer for you. For me, I'd have to say it was learning about cauliflower rice that made a big difference. I also like to have fruit on my diet. And that brings me to number 6, which is watermelon. This is actually one of my favorite fruits. There's only 46 calories per cup. Not only is it low in calories, but it's also great to keep you hydrated. Over 90% of its content is water, and it's full of antioxidants. So it's very, very good for you. Other low-calorie fruits that I like to incorporate are berries. So strawberries, cranberries, and blueberries. Those are all really good choices. Again, very nutritious and hydrating. What I like to do is rotate them and have them between meals. Number 7 is actually more of a snack for me, and that's low-calorie Jell-O. If I'm having a sweet tooth, I'll grab a few of these out the fridge and enjoy them. There's a few different flavors, and it's only 5 calories per serving. The regular ones are about 100 calories, and it's pretty much nothing but sugar. These you can buy them in the little boxes and prepare them yourselves. It's not really difficult, or you can buy them in the 4-packs like me. Now keep in mind, there's a ton of other low-calorie, high-volume foods out there. These are just the common ones that I like to keep on hand. From time to time, I'll switch it up and throw in a different fruit or protein source. For the most part, I just like to keep it simple. That's just me. If I was now starting out, my advice would be to find foods you enjoy that's nutritious, will keep you full, and still allow you to hit your goals. Now, I don't believe that any foods are bad. Everything can be had in moderation. With that being said, your mindset is one of the most important things that you're gonna need to change, especially if you wanna make it to the end of your diet. Remember that the path isn't linear, and there's gonna be lots of ups and downs along the way. Be on the lookout for the next video where I discuss the mindset you need to have when you're now starting a fat loss journey. As always, I want to thank everyone for your support. It really means a lot to me. I'll see you all in the next video.